This golden asteroid is worth $700 quintillion. Can you believe how many gold there is out there in our universe? No! Let's find out in this video. Space! The final frontier. We've all heard that famous Star Trek catchphrase, but this vast void is more like the frontiers of the Wild West than you think. Believe it or not, outer space holds riches and fortunes far beyond your wildest imagination. Let's not forget that scientists have discovered a giant cosmic diamond called BPM 37093, which is a crystallized white dwarf star. It's basically a 4,000-meter long diamond. However, we won't be traveling there anytime soon. So is there anything closer to Earth? I bet there is, and it's in the shape of a giant golden asteroid. Golden asteroid, Psyche 16. It's a giant golden asteroid whizzing through our solar system with an orbit of about 5 Earth years. And with asteroids due to be legalized in 2016, you better believe the wealthy celebrities have already taken an interest. Seems like it's only a matter of time before someone gets up there and gets rich. Here are some stats about the ever-popular soft metal and why you should be interested. By the way, subscribe to the channel and never miss a new video that will definitely knock your socks off. If you are trying to invest your hard-earned money, the safest option is to buy gold. In fact, last July 2021, the gold price per ounce went as high as $1,800 per ounce. This is the highest gold price since September 2011.
Who says?
And, frankly, the uncertainty that comes with this year has brought and probably will continue to bring. Who knows what will happen, but one thing is certain, and these are the stats, that gold is on the rise, estimated a 19% increase in value this year alone. It's looking pretty good for gold, isn't it? Well, until you throw a curveball, which most investors don't think about. And by curveball, we mean a gigantic 173 by 144 mile ball of metal. We would like to introduce you to the M-type asteroid 16 Psyche. It's shaped like a regular potato. However, it is much larger and made of much more valuable material. See why it is called the M-type asteroid as follows. Most of its composition is metallic, meaning that it consists primarily of metals such as iron and nickel, which are common here on Earth. Scientists have found that 16 Psyche is also comprised of amazing amounts of gold and stacks of platinum. If you extracted 16 Psyches, you would get $10,000 quadrillion. That's 19 zeros. So what is this floating fortune that's wavering in our favorite place, the solar system? How did it come about? Scientists believe that these are actually the leftover remnants of a planet's core. They believe that this planet must have formed around the time our solar system was taking shape and through massive collisions of celestial bodies that took place billions of years ago. These collisions could have been asteroids, moons, other planets, comets, and more. And soon the rocky surface shattered, slowly but surely leaving only this incredibly dense, metallic core. There is also speculation that this planet was probably at least as big as the Mars. Now you might be wondering, how the hell do we know all this about a giant rock that is 497 million miles from the sun at its furthest distance? That's 3 astronomical units for all connoisseurs. For those who don't, a single astronomical unit is the distance from Earth to the sun. This asteroid is very distant, but we're studying it across both the visible spectrum, such as infrared, as well as the use of radar, can get an accurate portrait of what it looks like, what it is made of, and more. You may even realize that it takes 16 Psyche to rotate on its own axis in 4 hours. Compared to the 24 hours it takes here on Earth, this baby spins at super speed. But even with all this incredible information, you can't learn much by looking from such a great distance, which is why NASA scientists are keen to send a probe up to 16 Psyche. Mainly because they believe that by studying what is believed to be the core of an exposed planet, they can learn more about the Earth, and then some information will be gained as to what it is. And since the asteroid isn't very far away, it's right between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. It has already been announced that they can launch a rocket in August 2022, and the company behind the launch will be none other than SpaceX. Once you get up there, the real fun begins. Through the use of a host of incredibly advanced instruments such as gamma rays and neutron spectrometer gives us an even more detailed and accurate look at what this giant golden potato is made of. Who knows? We may discover there is more gold than we thought. But why? Who says there can't be diamonds too? We won't know for sure until the spacecraft reaches its distant destination in 2026. After its arrival, it will remain in orbit for 21 months. This will be quite a historic mission too, because for the first time we will be studying a celestial body that is not made of rock and ice. Ouch! Yes, you heard that no rockets have been sent out to study metallic objects in our solar system until this mission. It is truly a legendary effort. And we as a species will have taken a step forward in finding not only our place in the world, but our place in the universe. It is an amazing time to be alive, but see, all good and good to learn where we come from is great and all that, but the truth is this is a giant piece of gold flying through space and trillions of dollars is worth. We want to know if anyone can mine this bad boy. Let's share the pit. Nobody will starve again, and everyone we could have huge mansions like the richest here on Earth, right? What would happen when everyone becomes billionaire? Our economy! We speak very, very badly. Not just bad, like at the end of bad commercial premises, but outrageously, unfathomably, terribly bad in the world that would certainly happen to everyone. Basically, all money would devalue almost instantly, and that includes the money held by the governments of the world. So yes, technically there would be enough gold to make anyone a billionaire, but remember, if everyone is a billionaire, nobody is. But that's not it. That's not to say private investors and corporations aren't interested in rising up and making a potato fortune. Actually, everyone's favorite billionaire, Elon Musk, quite right, Hush, the man behind SpaceX, sent out some pretty coy tweets implying he'd be keen on mining 16 Psyche. You see, there's nothing new about this idea that there's a great deal of gold to be mined in the sky. In fact, there are two companies called Deep Space Industries and Planetary Resources that are backed by notable celebrities, and these companies are specifically geared towards mining and extracting gold from asteroids in our solar system. They even looked at another asteroid known as Asteroid 2011 UW158. While not nearly as wealthy as 16 Psyche, this floating gold mine is twice the size of the Tower of London and still worth around $5.7 trillion. None wonder people are striving to get there, which brings us back to Mr. Musk, who when asked if he would comment on the idea of mining gold on asteroids because gold doesn't have a fixed supply of. He just tweeted the word Psyche and linked it to a Fox News article where it said gold had gone up. Would make everyone on Earth a billionaire. Oh wait, that sounds eerily similar to 2021, which is already everyone's favorite year. And yes, we mean that by as much sarcasm as we can get people together. Hey, you know what we say, do it. Bring the gold from the sky and let's all get together for a day to be billionaires. We've always wanted to know what it would be like, a super yacht, a private jet, or whatever Lamborghini we ever wanted. The rich have had their time. Let's go ahead and start over, everyone swimming in their own pile of money, Scrooge McDuck style. As Jesse Pinkman would say, yeah, science. It seems that outer space is filled with much more than just empty space. Yes, it's cold and dark, and honestly, if you're there most of the time, just try to keep yourself occupied as you soar endlessly through the black ceiling that is her infinite majesty of. At the same time, this vast cosmic void is filled with mysteries and adventures waiting to be experienced. Incredible riches to be won by those brave enough, and let's face it, rich enough to don a spacesuit and fly. For now, though, it looks like Mr. Musk will be content just looking at the bright asteroid mentioned above. Though he's certainly indicated he's interested in sending out a mining mission, but I'm guessing you're worth $177. $3 billion. You don't really need a giant golden asteroid, but the rest of us do? If we do stay in school, learn science, and design the perfect spaceship for this babe to subvert, you will be richer than anyone in human history. And now I would ask you to smash the subscribe button for more action in your love life. See you next time.
Oh, wow, you're so gentle.